ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity. Stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you to seize momentum.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Illinois! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Offense set on first down. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All kinds of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they're knocking on the door.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Get set.
He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He'll toss it. On the move at the 30. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After run, now throw. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Second down.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the running back did defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll put the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Nunez. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Third and short from the 49 is this four-down territory. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
Try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some...
Oh, he's just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to fourth down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing the center.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10.
Listen. Get set.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And they desperate... attempt to return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Illinois right back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be downed right there.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. The Huskies will keep this drive going.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Makes the grab on the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. At the 45, on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Hands it off. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He finds his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. New set of downs after that completion.
Jackrabbit.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to UTSA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking for a deep man. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. The option look. Now the pitch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to pass. It's Nunez. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On target. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to the right side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. He breaks a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Yeah, and this offense doing... This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Washington has it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And the pummeling has started.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field, ready to fire from the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Murphy. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that are so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big time.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
Number 19 on to punt it away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Dropping back, it's Nunez. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Washington! And the stomping has commenced.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really...
Going for the big play. Pulls it in on the left. He's loose. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Huskies. And the route is on.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
17.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, just keeps firing. Working that left side now. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And he falls on his own fumble, and that one always puts your heart in the throat. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
You want to talk about making it. Coordinator, you pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Punts for the tackle.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. The give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on this. You might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Nunez. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. And they get the sack just like that.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field... Look at the national rankings. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he left him grabbing. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll leave it with the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're bringing heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Murphy. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Back to the air one more time. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got enough space. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illini.
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Out of the gun, the inside give. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy.
Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Huskies. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught in the backfield. It's Murphy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Afterburner's coming. At the 20. Touchdown, Illinois! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Still running at the 40. Lowers those pads. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Washington. And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Caught behind the line. It's Murphy. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Fires toward the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. Unleashes one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington 1st down.
This is an offense that leads the nation in 1st downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Can anyone catch it? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Looking to go up top on first down. Keeps the play going. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He now has 108 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Handoff to the single back. No, he just flat ran over it.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Washington.
And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. Smith wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Washington.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. One more play to pad the stats. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point.